Alright, so first video recap, going over the first lesson, and just so you know, I've already been thinking about other things that we can do at the next one. Just kind of tried it. We're basically at this point where we got to keep trying some different things and find what clicks well for you. So, thinking we might do some alternate picking stuff and see if that helps you get more control over what you're doing with your right hand. See if that makes it a bit easier for you to loosen up a bit, and even doing like some string rake stuff here where we're strumming all the strings. I thought about what we could do, some things where like we're strumming big chords like that, so we might talk about that next time and see, if you know any of these types of chords already. May not the easiest things to hold, so we might need to work up into something like that. But anyway, just letting you know, I've been thinking about other ideas, things we can try. Maybe even doing like some single note, like really short song type things, which we kind of did for number 4 last night. But let's go ahead and go over all these different things to work on this week. Just playing each one at least a few times a day, and trying to make things sound as smooth as possible is going to be your goal here. So, typically, I have everyone work with a metronome, but we're not ready to do that yet. However, for the video demonstration here, I will play at 60 beats a minute here, just to give you an idea of, what to shoot for. And I will count off 4 in case you'd like to play along with the video and try and match what I'm doing at the 60 beats a minute. Eventually we're going to be doing this for a lot of stuff, and we're going to be going past 60 beats a minute. We did a little bit of metronome speed work yesterday, just to kind of see how it would go and whatnot. But yeah, so 60 beats a minute is what I'm going to play number 1 at. And again, you don't need to do the metronome stuff on your own. The biggest thing is to make everything be nice and even. What I want you to do is aim for hitting both strings just straight through, so this way you are not hearing two things at once, or 2 things at a time. So we don't want to hear that. We want to hear just straight on through, just blam, blast right on through that guy. Alright, so making everything that you play here is basically everything evenly spaced. So basically what's going to happen with the 60 beats a minute is this: everything you play will last like 1 second apart. So if what you end up doing, when you get it smoothed out, let's say you need to have 2 seconds in between, that's okay. Let's say it's half a second. So basically every time you hit, it's like a half a second apart. So we're trying to just get you to play everything just really just boom, 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 just one right after the next, nice and even. So here we go. Again, I'm going to count off 4 in case you'd like to try and follow along with me here. And here we go with number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, moving on, number 2. So once again, the idea is to just go from note to note, try and make them even, and try and play without any staccato. And what staccato means is you basically play the note and you cut it off. You play a note and then you cut it off. So this is staccato. So we want it to be more like this. So that will involve you leaving your finger down, and then when you go to the next note, you'll have to sync up the pick and the finger going down at the same time. So just do the best you can with it, and we'll see how it goes this week, and we'll take it from there. But again, I will count off 4 so you know when I'll begin in case you'd like to follow along here. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better on screen. There we go. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, same deal for number 3. And let's fix that. There we go. Alright. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Alright, and then the big one here. I will not be able to get all this on screen. However, at least we got the first part. So remember, just every string you go to is going to be the same frets. So I'll play through, let's see. I can actually do something here where hopefully it'll play back on the screen okay. Let me try something. So like maybe you'll like follow it. Yeah, let's give this a try. So this is gonna end up like clicking and playing back. However, I'm gonna mute the MIDI track so I just hear the metronome go. Let me see how loud that is. It's not too loud. Alright, so yeah, it'll scroll down that way. Hopefully it'll scroll through everything. But here we go. I'm going to play through all that. And so this way you can hear exactly how it needs to sound. And again, once you learn where the frets are for that low E string, it's the same thing for the A string and the D string, and then it just works back down. So here we go, number 4. Again, when you're working on this, the goal is to just make everything as even as you can, and eventually the better you get at it, the faster you'll be able to go through it. And I'll do a fairly quick run through of it as well after this, so you can hear the potential something like this has. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how it should sound. It doesn't have to be that fast, but so something you could do. Or again, just as I'm going to run through it again here without the thing playing back, but just so you can hear like how something like this could sound getting faster, just so you have an idea. And then ridiculous speed. So there we go. Doesn't really matter what fingers you use to play that, because you have so many open strings being used. Use whatever finger, doesn't matter. You can use your first finger the whole time if that makes it easier for you. There we go. Those are the 4 things to focus on this week. Try and get an equal amount in with each thing if possible. If anything seems more difficult than another, maybe put more time on that. If any questions come up this week, please let me know, and I'll see you again on Tuesday.